Welcome to Workshop eCourses. I'm going to demonstrate some of the different possibilities within the course content. You'll notice that I have my chapters that are available in this course listed. Of course, depending on which course you're taking, you'll have a different number of chapters. You'll notice that most of these have an icon that looks like a globe. That means I have not yet begun working on those chapters. This first chapter here, you see the little pencil. That means I'm in the middle of this. I haven't completed the chapter yet, but I've already begun. So to view a chapter, you click View over on the right side, and it'll bring it up in a different window. Get it. All right, you'll notice on the left side, anything within this chapter will be listed. So I can move between the items by clicking on the left. Also, I have these arrows at the top right that will move me from one item to the next within that chapter. So this is an example of, this is the Introduction to Gifted Learners. It tells you to click the icon above to access the PowerPoint. If there's ever any kind of media files attached that you need to view, which a lot of times in eCourses there will be PowerPoints or videos for you to watch, and those will be located where it says View Topic Files, and there's always going to be text to remind you that you need to look to the top to open those topic files. So you'll see here there's a PowerPoint, so I could double click to open this PowerPoint. According to this course, I know I need to do this PowerPoint first. So I've just looked all through my PowerPoint, I've learned everything I need to learn, so now I'm ready to move to Activity 1. So again, I could either click on Activity 1 over here on the left, or I can use my arrow to move to the next step over here. So activities are set up in different ways depending on the course. Usually an activity will consist of some questions, and either where you're just typing text into the box, or sometimes it might be multiple choice questions. Either way, you'll complete everything that's in that activity, and then once you're finished with it, you click on Score Assessment. You'll notice when I clicked Score Assessment, it turned my box kind of gray and I can't type in it anymore. Once you submit an activity, once you submit it to score, you can't get back to it. So be sure that you're ready to turn that in before you hit that Submit button. So now I have hit the Score Assessment button, and I'm ready to move to the next step. Here's Activity 2. Be sure you always read everything that's here. Sometimes this is called an instruction block here. You'll see that a lot within an e-course. And then I see I have some questions to answer here. Every now and then, if you'll notice right now, I'm trying to scroll down and it's not letting me scroll down any further. When that happens to me, I usually hit this middle button here that kind of makes the screen change sizes, and then it'll let me scroll down to the bottom. So just if you ever are in an activity and it's not letting you scroll down, you can click this minimize, maximize, the button that's in the middle there, to change the size of the screen, and then you can get to your Score Assessment button. So I've just told it to Score Assessment. Of course, when you do this, you will actually answer the questions. So I'm going to hit my next arrow, and it tells me I've reached the end of this chapter. I've now completed all of these. So I can click right here to move to the next chapter. Or I could have just gone ahead and closed this screen and come back to my course content view. You'll notice now that I've completed chapter 1, it has a green check mark. So that really helps to keep you informed about where you are in your course. So now I'm ready to move on to chapter 2. You click View. This time I've got an activity, and this activity points me to those topic files above to access a document that I need for this activity. In this case, I'm supposed to complete this document, save it to my computer, and then I will be uploading it back right here. So that occurs often in eCourses, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what that would look like. So I'll double click this activity to open it. Looks like it's a Word document. so I could come in here and complete the activity. Then I would want to save this activity to my own computer and name it something that makes sense to me. It always puts some long, crazy code at the beginning of file names. I'm going to save this to my desktop to make it easy to find. Now I'm ready to turn that back in, so I'm going to go back to my course. And it says select a file to upload, so I come over here to the Attach File button, browse, choose my desktop, and that was Activity 3. Then I have to still say Attach File. You'll know that you've attached your file because you'll see the file name here. If there's ever an activity that asks you to upload several things, you can continue to click the Attach File and keep adding more and more documents to your list of files right here. So again, once you have completed the activity, you'll hit Score Assessment, and then everything will kind of gray out where you can't upload any more files, you can't do anything because you've already turned it in for scoring. So I'll click my next arrow, and I've come to a topic that's just for information. I'm going to click the icon above to access some kind of PowerPoint. Then I'm going to move on to my next assessment. Same deal. I'm going to fill everything out. Remember, if ever you can't scroll all the way down, hit your minimize, maximize button here in the middle, and it will open it up for you to be able to hit that Score Assessment button. Alright, so you can tell now that I'm still in the middle of Chapter 2. I have not turned in all of my assessments, so it shows the editing button here. Once I have completed all of my chapters, I then have to request credit. So once you have your green checks on every chapter and you've completed the whole course, a request credit button will appear at the top of your screen. So now you'll be alerted that credit is pending review. Once your course instructors go in and review all of your assignments, they'll either hit credit granted or credit denied, and you'll receive an email letting you know, and that credit will automatically go into workshop, and it will be the same credits that you see listed here under the course credit category.